There we go, it's working, everybody. How's everybody doing this afternoon? Yeah, we're going to be on the radio here in roughly 3 minutes. So when you hear me announce where we are, what we're doing, and all that kind of goodness, we're going to make all kinds of noise, right? Going to make it sound like we're in the middle of Madison Square Garden. We're watching the world champion Texas Rangers play baseball. I'm talking about, so I want to make sure everybody knows that. Throw babies up in the air, kiss each other, whatever you need to do, propose to your partner. But make a lot of noise when I tell you we're on the air, okay? We'll be on the air here in about 2 minutes. KHYI 95.3 The Range. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to historic old downtown Plano for another edition of the Battle of the Balledeers. My name's Big Gus with KHYI 95.3 The Range, along with Connor Caldwell. Crispy Connor's going to be a judge, and then we have Chris Plow right here. I got his name right. Who is with representing the city of Plano. And speaking of the city of Plano, we've got a big celebration going on tonight with the eclipse that we've got going on. I believe it's going to be here Monday, but we're having a big party and we're cutting off the streets here in downtown Plano. So come on down and check out James's great work too. It's always a lot of fun having him here. So let me tell you how we're doing this. As far as judging goes, we're going to be judging on songwriting ability, performance ability. Does the artist fit into the Americana genre, professionalism, and how did the crowd, you, respond to the performance? And with that being said, you can download the KHYI app, and you can vote on that app for your favorite performer today. And this has actually made a difference in a couple of performances here in the last 6 weeks. So download KHYI, the app, and you can vote for all those in Range Country that are listening to us right now, because we are being broadcast for everyone here. 3 to about 4:30 or so. So with that all said, I think I've got everything covered. Is there anything else I need to be said? Is that it? Doing pretty good? Thumbs up on that? Well, let's get this thing started. She's from our area, but she moved down to beautiful LaGrange, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Miss Susan Adams.
Well, I'm so honored to be here. What a great day to be here. It's really cool. Being a songwriter, it's an honor and a privilege for me. I get to express myself in so many different ways. This is a song about opposites attract and breaking up so that you can make up, because we all know that's the best part. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. This song's called When Push Comes to Shove. You and me couldn't be more opposite. You curse the rain, baby, well I pray for it. Well, you like whiskey, and I like red wine. You're never late for nothing. Me, I take my time. When push comes to shove, yeah, we hit the hay and we make love. You and me couldn't be more black and white. You are the sunshine, baby, I am the night. You like country, I like the blues. Now you walk the line now, baby, well I'll break the rules. When push comes to shove, yeah, we hit the hay and we make love. We both agree to disagree, baby. Yeah. And we don't even have to speak in between the sheets. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. You are the river, baby. I am the sea. And I need your river, baby. Flowers and honey, yellow birds and bees. shove, yeah, yeah, yeah. We hit the hay and we make love. That's right, when push comes to shove, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now we hit the hay, yeah, and we make love. Thank you. Well, so most of the stories and the songs that I write are autobiographical, and about 90% of what I write is true for me, but I also lean on other experiences, and sometimes I will take other people's pain and other people's experiences and sort of bring them into my own. And this next song is it's a true story, and I think it could be true for many people. My dad was a hellraiser. Anybody else have a dad or an aunt, uncle, brother hellraiser? Well, my dad was a hellraiser, and the song's called "Daddy Raised Hell." Turn that up real quick. Hello to all the listeners out there listening live. I remember as a young girl, my mama used to cry. She'd tell us kids it was nothing, just something in her eyes. Daddy wasn't home from work yet, it was 10:15. Stumbled in through the front door, he'd be drunk again. And in my memory, as far as I can tell, Mama, she raised the family. Well, Daddy, he just raised hell. They married right out of high school, had babies way too fast. They struggled just to make the ends meet, money never seemed to last. Daddy wrestled with demons he buried deep inside, and when he couldn't face himself, the bottle let him hide. In my memory, as far as I can tell, Mama, she raised the family. Well, Daddy, he just raised hell. Now Mama stayed because she loved him, said his intentions were good, just exactly what she meant. I finally understood. I heard my dad pray one night, whiskey on his breath. Please won't you help me, Lord, 'cause I can't seem to help myself. And in my memory, as far as I can tell, Mama, she raised the family. Well, Daddy, he just raised hell. Yeah, Mama, she raised the family. Well, Daddy, he just raised hell. Pardon me really quick, I have to grab this water over here. It's my emotional support water bottle. Is there really water in here? No, I think it's, yeah, it's moonshine. No. So that brings me to another song I think I'll sing. It's about all the things I used to do that I don't do no more, mostly. The song's called Rye Whiskey Blues. Well, I used to drink rye whiskey, but I drank it all up. Well, I used to drink rye whiskey, yeah, but I drank it all up. Yeah, ain't enough rye whiskey, oh, to fill up my cup. Well, I used to smoke old ragweed, yeah, but I smoked it all up. Well, I used to smoke old ragweed, yeah, but I smoked it all up. One toke over the last sweet Jesus, Lord, it never is enough. Yeah, well, I used to have a man, but he used me all up. Well, I used to have a man, yeah, but he used me all up. And yeah, he drove me crazy, so I slammed that door shut. You know I did. Oh, I kicked to the curb. Adios. Yeah. Devil, oh, he called me on my bluff. Yeah, that's why I used to drink my whiskey, but I drank it all up. See, I used to drink my whiskey, yeah, but I drank it all up. Yeah, 'cause one drink is too many, oh, but it never is enough. Yeah, 'cause there ain't enough rye whiskey, oh, to fill up my cup. Yeah, 'cause one drink is too many, yeah. Oh, but it never is enough. It never is enough. It never is enough. Lord knows it never is enough. Never is enough. It never is enough. It never is enough. Lord knows it never is enough. Thank you. Yep, story of my life. Wait. Is someone helping me keep time so that,
We're good.
okay. I usually carry a little clock with me. Yeah, just let me know if I have, how many I have more. Two more. Ooh. Okay. Decisions. All right, I have a brand new song. You know, I feel like over the last few years, we've all been going through a big transition. We've literally been going through storms, like you know, mental storms, psychological storms, financial storms, spiritual storms. And the thing about storms is sometimes there's not anything you can do about it. There's a level of acceptance that you just have to sit through it, right? You can't go over and around it. You just gotta sit there. And sometimes that's just what you need, just that level of acceptance to be like, okay, I am where I am, whatever that may be, and this too shall pass, right? You know, that saying. So with that in mind, I was going through my own personal storm on many, many levels. And this song came to me. It dropped in. It's one of those miraculous things as a songwriter that I feel privileged that I get to be a vehicle for music and for things like that. So here's the song called "The Storm," and I'll be releasing it hopefully sometime this year. Outrun the storm, so I guess I'll just wait it out, lean into the wind, dance in the rain. I can't deny the lightning, thunder is ringing in my ear, nowhere to hide, take shelter from the pain. So let it rain, let it flood, let it wash away traces of everything I thought I was. Let it rain, let it pour, let it be what it will be. I can't outrun the storm. The damage is done, so I guess I'll just patch it up, learn how to rebuild, make a new start, build up my wall. Let it break, let it come undone, let it be what it will be. The damage is done. I can't outrun the storm, so I guess I'll just wait it out, look for the sun at the break of dawn. There's a bright silver lining, I'm not fighting anymore. Let it be what it will be. I can't outrun the storm. Let it be what it will be. I can't outrun the storm. Thank you. It's still one of those songs that I still can't get through it without crying, and I don't know when that will stop happening. I gotta keep playing it out more. All right, I'm gonna end with a fun song. You know, I'm a Texas girl. I was born and raised here in Dallas, and I went to school at Naaman Forest High School. Yeah, G-Town. So it's kind of fun to be back here in my old stomping grounds. I'm out near LaGrange these days, so but it's always fun to come back to my hometown. But I'm a, what's that? Love LaGrange. Yes. How? Well, you know, in that vein, being a Texas girl, you know, we say I love you a little bit differently. So here's a love song straight from my heart. It's called Shut Your Mouth. Hey! Well, it took me a while, but I figured you out with your smooth talking son of a gun. Your modern day Romeo lover boy, looking like something that might be fun. But underneath your snakeskin boots and your Stetson hat, you got a crooked smile. And I found out later that you spread yourself around, baby, wider than a country mile. You're not gonna take me for a little boy, baby, can't pull the wool over my eyes. So shut your mouth, ooh, baby, and kiss me goodbye. Oh, shut your mouth, I ain't buying your sorry alibi. You can shut shove those white lies where the sun don't shine. Hey, you can't shut your mouth and kiss me goodbye. Hey, when I heard through the cool hot grapevine that you had another little girl on the side, and my brother's ex-girlfriend saw you at the motor inn last Saturday night. Little did you know that I got out in every corner of this town. And you better best believe, baby, I'm the kind of girl that you don't want to screw around. You're not gonna play me like a game of dice. You don't get to roll me twice. So shut your mouth, yeah, baby, and kiss me goodbye. Oh, shut your mouth, I ain't buying your sorry alibi. Short excuses falling on deaf ears. I'm taking the high road out of here. Ooh yeah, bye 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 baby. Shut your mouth, yeah baby, and kiss me goodbye. Ooh, shut your mouth, I ain't buying your sorry alibi. You can shove those white lies where the sun don't shine. Yeah, you can't shut your mouth and kiss me goodbye. Yeah, baby, shut your mouth, kiss me goodbye. Yeah, baby, shut your mouth, kiss me goodbye. Yeah, baby, shut your mouth, yeah, kiss me.
All right, Susan, come up to the mic and tell if they want to buy CDs. You have a website where they can go.
Absolutely, you can go to seasonammons.com. I actually have vinyl, limited edition vinyl, and I have CDs both for purchase on my website and also here with me today. But my name is Season. It's spelled just like it sounds, S-E-A-S-O-N. My last name's Ammons, A-M-M-O-N-S.com. And then you can find me on all the socials. Just look up Season Ammons.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to do a little bit of a critique across the board here, across the table. But before I do, I want to let everyone know I didn't gets a trip to Nashville, gets a place at the Texas Forever Fest 2025, and we get some airplay on KHY also. So there is some good stuff that's happening here, whoever takes us away. You know, we have a Zoom call at KHY every Monday morning at 11 o'clock. And of course, everybody wants to know what's going on with the battle of the Balledeers and all this kind of stuff. And the first thing I said was, this has been a joy. I mean, it's been a pure joy. And you're a very good reason why it's been a joy. I really can't put anything that's annoyed me, anything you've done that's made me go, oh, why did you do that? Or, oh my God, can you please sing in key? And you did a great job. I mean, I was really, your voice is awesome, your songs are really good. And I got to tell you got a great choice of guitars, because that guitar, the tone of that guitar matches your voice perfect. It really, really does. So as a guitar player, that's one of those things I noticed. But now I really enjoyed the songs are smart. You were smart enough to break tempos up to where we had slow, we had fast, we had the intimate one. You need to work on your inhibition though. You're a little bit too inside yourself. You need to break out a little bit more, you know. Kind of bring the crowd in. But I'm trying to think of something that I could, you know, make myself look like a jerk, but I don't have anything. I thought you sounded great. All right, here's Connor.
Yeah, everything Gus said. I love your stage presence. The songwriting is really great. Love the chord progressions and the structures for your songs. I thought Shut Your Mouth was so catchy. And your storytelling is great. It has hints of, like we said, Americana, blues, country. It all fits under that umbrella, which makes this, it's kind of like what the competition is about, to find someone and if they can combine all of those together and make it their own. So I thought you did fantastic, and thank you for entering.
Confidence shines up there, making your stage presence really fun to watch. The one thing I really did like too is you really paid attention to your guitar tuning. We haven't had that a lot, and it's nice that every song we're catching that and making sure that it was in tune. And like he said, that guitar matches your voice perfectly. It's fantastic. I have nothing bad to say either.
Oh, I'm so glad because the tuning is a big deal for me, and actually even on the last song it was really bugging me. There was just a tiny bit out, so I appreciate that.
All right, one more time for Season Ammons, everybody. And also for everybody out in the range country, remember, download the KHYI app and you can vote on your favorite performer today, okay? KHYI app. All right, we're going to take about 10-15 minutes and we're going to get Mr. Michael O'Neill up on stage. KHYI 95.3 The Range. Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, we got to have a better eclipse. There we go, that's better. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Welcome to historic old downtown Plano, everybody, for another edition of the Battle of the Balledeers. One more time for Season Ammons. Very nice, yes indeed. I want to remind you, next Sunday on this very stage, we'll have Mike Secura, we'll have Brian Joyner, and then we'll have Phil Coomer. And once again, I want to give a big shout out to my friend over here, Mr. James Gilbreth, who's doing portraits right now. Did a wonderful portrait of Season Ammons if you want to check out what he's doing. Let's see, what else did I want to say? We're doing pretty good. Once again, everyone, the winners of this competition will get a trip to Nashville. We'll get a spot on Texas Forever Fest 2025 and get some radio airplay on KHYI. Once again, you can download the app, KHYI app, and you can vote for your favorite performer there. We're going by songwriting ability, performance ability, does the artist fit into the Americana genre, professionalism, and how did the crowd respond to the performance. All right, you ready for your next performer, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. From Blossom, Texas, up around the Paris, Texas area. Well, we'll just say Blossom, Texas. Mr. Michael O'Neill, everybody.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm a singer-songwriter, MichaelO'NeillMusic.com. I make these songs up to help me remember where I've been and what I learned and who I crossed. This song's about my best friend's grandma when I was a young lad. It's called Miss Ellie. No, it's called Miss Elsie. Miss Elsie drove an old gold Oldsmobile. She would park it up in her front yard. She never worried about the grass that she killed. Miss Elsie lived about 3 doors down from mine. And I was over to her house every day in the summertime. Yeah, we were bowling loop on the porch swing. We'd sing them old songs till it leaned, then I fell out. That big oak tree broke my arm. And I was just 18. Miss Elsie, can't see me now. Well, I bet your smile end up in the heaven down on me for making a run at this thing somehow. Miss Elsie was my best friend's grandma. She walked with a cane, she was kind of shaped like a head ball. And every dress she wore, they all looked the same. And I can't recall that she never one time called me by my name. No, I was evil, Knievel, flying off of her front porch. If we got quiet, she'd limp on over. We kind of check on us through the screen door. And it was pizza, popsicle, and that grape Kool-Aid. Yeah, always helped us climb the hump on them hot summer days. So, Miss Elsie, can't you see me now? Well, I bet your smile end up in the heaven down on me for making a run at this thing, son. Feeling that you love me too. Yeah, first thing in the morning, I'd run down to Elsie's house. I'd bang on the screen door just to ask if he could come out. And on occasion, she'd hear me jump on the porch and you good. I'm gonna play y'all a song. All I want to do. I remember that old Chevy truck, and it's running today. We must be having good luck. Got an 8-track player, and it's mounted on the dash. First time I ever heard of Roger Miller, Johnny Cash. Well, I was just 8 years old, and I want to go with the old man everywhere he goes. And I'm riding shotgun, and I got my window down, and I barely can see the road as we roll through the town. And I try to talk just like my old man talks. And I try to walk just like the old man walks. Wish I knew all the cool stuff my old man knows. Hey, Mom, I just wanna go. Now I jump in that old truck, and I slam the door, and I be sitting in a seat, and my feet won't even touch the floor. And I sit over here, Dad, and I won't say a word. There won't be nothing that you do going over her. How you gonna take me out to the shooting range? Are we gonna go see her? And I try to walk just like my old man walks. And I try to talk just like my old man talks. Wish I knew all the cool stuff that my old man knows. Hey, Pop, I just wanna go. I've been straight on, my back to the wall. Been taught to stand 'em up straight, hold my head up strong. Now I got me a little house of my own, and I talk to the old man about once a week on the phone, asking questions like I was a kid, trying to raise both mine up like it is over here. And I try to walk just like an old man walks. And I try to talk just like an old man talks. Song right here is called I Remember. I got a lot of friends back home that they think I care about them when I talk to them or listen to what they got to say, but I'm really just trying to get a song out of them. Let's see, I got this one. Yeah, my daddy drove a 1963 Dodge Dart. It's just a shade somewhere above a green pair if you're steady looking at the color chart. And I was 12 years old, sitting all alone in the back seat, happy as a lark. Yeah, well, it was a Wednesday morning in the middle of the summertime. Being I was out of school last Dad, if I could go, Dad said, boy, it'd be just fine. So at the break of dawn, I had much talking in the front seat, just a handful of nervous sighs. And my brother stared out the window like he never seen nothing in his whole life going, blowing by. And I remember, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. And I'll always remember. Yeah, we stopped in Austin at a burger joint, and I was hungrier than I'd ever been. And I sit beside my brother, elbowed him in the ribs, and I shot him with a grin. And he didn't say much, and Dad didn't say much. They sat still like two flags waiting on some wind. Yeah, we pulled on to that Air Force base, and it was straight up 2 o'clock. I see brother seemed to me to be older than he'd ever been. We got back in the car, we're gonna head back home. I'm in the front seat this time, and I had to look twice, make sure I seen it right. Dad had tears in his eyes. And then I sat up straight, I swallowed hard. I said, Dad, where's Vietnam? And I remember, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. I'm always remember. Yeah, my daddy drove a 1963 Dodge Dart, just a shade somewhere above a green pair, if you steady looking at the color chart. Hey, thank you. I really like writing songs, and after I go a few weeks or a month without writing one, I got this bad fear I might not ever write another song again. And I was in those throes one Saturday night, and I was looking at the pictures hanging on my living room wall, and I wrote this song. It's called 5x7. There's a 5x7 in my living room, and it's a picture of my granny holding hands with the groom, shortly after World War II. Yeah, my granddaddy, so handsome and tall, got his back up against the barrack walls. He looks so sharp in those dress greens. Granny got his jacket on, swallows her up. Oh yeah. And there's a skinny hippie stretched out with a cue stick. They got a hot dog hanging always lived to see out a field. But Evan Williams kinda off on the side. And I'm guessing 1973, he looking just like somebody that you might see any night or Sunday hanging out with me. And that's my old man when he was a young man. Rock and roll. Yeah, and then there's one of mama on the front porch swing. I bet she ain't a day past 16. One of the prettiest things I think I've ever seen. And I often wonder why she's smiling like she is. Then my daddy leaned in to sneak a kiss for ears. Her favorite song on the radio. Yeah, I come from some kids in love. Yeah, my favorite picture, Stephanie Renee, was taken in the summer of 1998. She kinda had to squanch down to get her head in the frame. And then a couple years later, it all hit the fan. That picture I'm talking about got yanked up off the stand, torn completely in two. I put it back together with some slides tape. Well, those are 5x7s in my living room. Thank you. When I was about 19 years old, my old man, he was worried about me a little bit, because when I was 19, I done had about 19 different jobs. And I had this one particular job with Texas Electric, and I had this one particular coworker that we called Kojak. And then I got this other job later in my life that I stayed at for a long time, and I had this computer in front of my desk, and I didn't have a whole lot to do, so sometimes I would look up, like, you can look up people's graves, you know, and see where they're buried. And so I looked up old Kojak, and because he told such good stories, I thought that maybe he did something in his life he didn't tell me about. But his obituary only said where he was born and when he died, and I thought that was a bummer. So I wrote this song about him. I met Kojak, I was about 19, digging ditches on the side of the road, and we were playing electricity. And Kojak, he would work 'em like a hell when the boss man was around. had a case of them tall boys and he had a shotgun. This the last time he was ever seen. His obituary said when he was born, he said when he died, left out all them good stories that ran in between. He sang cold, clean, cool water. Why don't you run all over me?
Hey, man.
Michael O'Neill, everybody. Zach, there we go, Zach. Michael O'Neill, everybody. Well, thanks for making this easy for me, Michael. For those, I recognize some faces in the crowd here that I'm sure that have seen just about every performance. We've seen several performances, and well, what a treat today has been. I mean, it really, between the both of y'all, has just been amazing. Amazing songwriters from one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum. It's really, it's futile for me to even sit here and try to criticize or, either one of y'all, because you're so different in your songwriting. But I wanted to ask you personally, have you ever listened to Malcolm Holcomb?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Many times.
Biggest compliment that I've ever given anybody is that Malcolm Holcomb comes out in your songs. I mean, it's a joy to hear your songs, man. I mean, just some really fine songwriting. Like I said, Season's got her thing. You've got your thing. Some of the songs seem to be a little bit long, but me personally, I don't care, because I enjoy the stories that you're telling. I feel like I can drive up to Blossom, Texas, and I'll know everybody that's walking the streets of Blossom, Texas. Especially your dad. As far as that goes. So, I've seen you before, I've enjoyed you before, and nothing's changed. If anything, you've gotten better. You really, really have. I mean, you picked the songs perfect. The songs, the stories alone, which, kept me going. So I really appreciate it. I can't say anything other than I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay.
Yeah, everything Big Gus said. The songwriting and storytelling is next level. Like, you're a pro with your words. A few times Gus and I looked at each other and we're like, that's a line. That's a really, really good line.
The flags waiting for the breeze. That was the big one.
It just was very engaging. Each song, each story. I really liked your style, and thank you so much for entering.
I just want to let everybody know, too, you can find out who wins today's event by listening to Chuck Taylor's show tomorrow morning. I think it's around 9 a.m. or so. I don't know for sure, but tune in to KHYI and you'll find out who's won today's event. Here's Chris.
Well, I'll just piggyback on everything they just said. I love you have a very folk approach to your songwriting. I really enjoyed, I remember specifically the lyric, "Two flags waiting on the wind." I love that. You're definitely a storyteller, and your songs paint a real easy picture to follow along with that. I just thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, everybody. We got one more week in round one next Sunday. It's going to be Mike Shakura, Brian Joyner, and Mr. Phil Coomer taking the stage. Chris Clow, Rick Clow, and my name's Big Gus for KHY 95.3 The Range. Have a great week, everybody, and have fun with the Eclipse tonight here in downtown Plano.
Yay.